live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Pleasant evening and a very warm welcome to the National News broadcast. We are coming to you live from the National News Studio. I'm Anjali Ananda.
I'm Niket Karunaratna, and we'll start off with the headlines as usual. The GCE Ordinary Level Examination commences tomorrow. Natasha Surya, who made defamatory statements on Buddhism, was arrested. The fuel quota will be increased. The elephant-human conflict is rampant in Sri Lanka. A carnival in Anuradhapura creates a chaotic situation. Democrats and Republicans reach a deal over the debt ceiling.
For those and other stories in detail, the GCE Ordinary Level Examination will commence tomorrow at 3,568 centres island-wide.
The examination department says all measures have been finalized to hold the examination. The exam will be held from tomorrow until the 8th of June. 472,553 students will sit the examination this year. Out of this amount, 394,450 are school candidates. A staff of about 40,000 has been deployed to conduct the exam. There are 3 examination centres for students with special needs. Examination centres are arranged each at the Apeksha Hospital in Maharagama and the Magazine Prison in Valikada. Sets of sealed questions papers were distributed yesterday from 536 coordinating centres. Measures have also been arranged to face any disaster situation during the examination period. If any candidate is unable to reach the exam centre in case of a natural disaster, the candidate should call the hotline 117 for alternative measures. The elimination centres were arranged today. Dengue control programs were also effective at the examination centres. Meanwhile, police media spokesman SSP Nihal Talduwa says that a special security program is underway during the exam period. Chairman of the Lanka Private Bus Owners Association, Gamanu Vijayaratne, says the required transport facilities have also been arranged for the candidates. All Island Teachers Association says that teachers are ready to conduct exam duties.
Now, Natasha Surya, who has made a defamatory statement against Buddhism at a meeting held in Colombo recently, has been taken into custody by the CID. She was arrested when she arrived at the airport to leave the country last night. At a program held in a leading school in Colombo, she has made several controversial statements targeting Buddhism. It has gone viral on social media platforms, and many parties and individuals staged a severe objection against her and for her controversial comments. The suspect had also apologized later for the comments she made. Several factions have lodged complaints against her at the CID. Accordingly, she was taken into custody when she arrived at the Katunayaka airport to leave the country. Police media spokesman SSP Nihal Talduwa said that the Commissioner General of Buddhist Affairs had lodged a complaint against her. In addition, 8 complaints were made by various individuals by yesterday. When the police started investigations into this incident, they had a suspicion that she would leave the country to evade the investigations. However, when she arrived at the airport last night to go to Singapore, the officials of the Computer Crime Division have taken her into custody. Legal actions will be taken against the suspect, and the police request the public not to make any such defamatory comments on any religion or a religious leader. The steps have been taken to increase the fuel quota given by the National Fuel Pass.
Minister Kanchana Wijesekara says that this will be effective from midnight on Tuesday. Accordingly, the quota for passenger transport 3-wheelers has been to 22 litres. Other private 3-wheelers are entitled to 14 litres per week. In a Twitter message, the minister says 14 litres per week will be given to motorcycles as well. 40 litres of quota will be given for motor cars. The 30-litre quota for vans and other special categories will be increased to 45 litres per week. A quota of 125 litres will be given to buses.
The Minister Bandula Gunawardena says that all stalled road development projects will recommence by September following the successful completion of debt restructuring process. He made these comments at a ceremony held in Tangol area to distribute new buses to SLTP depots. 10 new buses were provided to Tangol, Ambalantota and Kathragama SLTB depots under the patronage of Minister Bandula Gunawardena. Parliamentarians Chamar Rajapaksa, Nama Rajapaksa, D.V. Chanaka and Ajit Rajapaksa and several others were present at this occasion. Minister Bandula Gunawardena said that although the government has no sufficient income methods, it has made all necessary expenses. Repayment of all local and foreign debts will commence by September after the debt restructuring program. If the donor countries agree to provide financial assistance, the government will restart the delayed development projects. The deputy leader of the United National Party, Ruwan Wijewardena, says that some elements are attempting to destabilize the country by raising religious hatred.
He made these remarks at a public rally held in Uva Paranagama area today. The Uva Paranagama electoral meeting of the UNP was held today under the patronage of Ruwan Wijewardena. Former parliamentarian Saman Ratnapriya and several others were present on this occasion. Deputy Leader of the UNP, Ruwan Wijewardena, said that some elements are conspiring to destabilize the country by spreading religious sentiments. The President's philosophy is to build up the country with the support of all, disregarding their religious and ethnic differences.
අපි සියලු දෙනාම ලාංකිකයන් හැටියට හිත ගත්තොත් තමයි මේ රට දිනු කරන්න අපිට හැකියාව. ඒක තමයි අපේ නායකතුමාගේ දර්ශනය.
Meanwhile, a meeting was held at the Mullaitivu district under the patronage of General Secretary of the UNP, Palitharange Bandara, to identify the problems faced by the people and to look into the development programs in the district. General Secretary of the UNP, Palitharange Bandara, said that the President invites the young generation to think in innovative manners and to join the forward march to build up the nation. The President has decided to increase the youth representation in political bodies up to 25%. The youth are invited to participate in the development committees and to express their views on accelerating development.
Minister Kanchana Wijayasekara says that domestic electricity charges will be reduced from July. He stated that in the next tariff revision to be held in January, the government hopes to give further relief to consumers. Minister Kanchana Wijayasekara said that the electricity charges of the consumers who use below 30 units will be given a minimum of 23% reduction from the bill. About 1.7 million consumers will have this benefit. The fixed charge of 400 rupees will be reduced to 250 rupees from the 1st of July. Up to 90 units category will have 7% reduction of the charges. There are about 15,000 religious places that are entitled to tariff reduction. It is a reduction of 29% for the religious places. Relief will be granted to the industrial sector consumers as well. Further relief will be given to the electricity consumers by next year.
ඉතුරු 12000ම තියෙන්නේ ඉහළ භාවිතයක් තියෙන ඒවා. ඒතර අඩුම භාවිතා කරන. මෙන්න මේ වගේ 23 ඉඳලා 29 දක්වා ජූලි මාසේ පළවෙනිදා විදුලි බිල අඩු කරන්න තමයි ආණ්ඩුව හැටියට අපි යෝජනාව ලබා දීලා තියෙන්නේ. අපි යෝජනා කරා මෙවැනි තියෙන උත්සව ශාලා ටික කර්මාන්ත ගණයට දාන්න. ඒතර කර්මාන්ත ශාලා වලට ලැබෙන සහනයම ලබා දෙන්න. ඒතර මෙවැනි උත්සව ශාලා වලට එන්න පුළුවන් කුඩා පරිමාණයේ ආපන ශාලාවන් එන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ සියලුම දේවල් වලට අවමය 26ක් අඩු වෙනවා 140ක් උපරිම දක්වා විදුලි බිල අඩු කරන්න තමයි ජූලි මාසේ පළවෙනිදා දීලා තියෙන්නේ. ඇත්තටම මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ නැහැ ජූලි මාසේ පළවෙනිදා වෙනකොට අපිට අඩු කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා මේ වගේ ප්‍රමාණයක් හරි. අපි හිතාගෙන හිටියේ පෙබරවාරි සංශෝධනය කරාට පස්සේ ජනවාරි ඊළඟ සංශෝධනය වෙනකොට ලොකු ප්‍රමාණයකින් අඩු කරා. හැබැයි අපි මේ ප්‍රමාණය අඩු කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ නියත වශයෙන්ම මතක තියාගන්න ඊළඟ සංශෝධනයකට ජනවාරි මාසේ මීටත් වැඩිය මුදලකින් විදුලි බිල අඩු කරලා ඔබ තමුන්නාසලේ සහනය ලබා දෙන්න අපි කටයුතු කරනවා කියන එකත් මේ වෙලාවේ අපි මතක් කරනවා.
The minister made these remarks participating at the SLPP Hakman electoral meeting held yesterday. Party representatives and supporters also joined this meeting. SLPP Bentara Alpitia electoral meeting was also held yesterday under the patronage of parliamentarian Nama Rajapaksa. The meeting has been organised by State Minister Geeta Kumara Singha.
Parliamentarian Dr. Harsha De Silva says that the opposition extends its utmost support to draft new rules and regulations to solve the loan problem of small and medium-scale industrialists. He made these comments at a press briefing held in the opposition leader's office. Parliamentarian Dr. Harsha De Silva said that export income has gone down 17% compared to the income received in April last year. The production output of the small and medium-scale industrialists has drastically fallen. Therefore, they are in a very difficult condition as they are unable to pay the loan installment to the banks. The opposition will extend its fullest support to the government if it focuses attention to solve this problem. It is very important to draft new rules and regulations and amendments to existing laws. There is a risk of breaking down the small and medium-scale industries and may cause a loss of many employment opportunities.
The leader of the National People's Power, Kumar Disanayake, says that the campaign for the local government polls will be restarted on the 8th of next month. He made these remarks participating in the NPP Balapita electoral meeting yesterday. Candidates of the NPP who were to contest the polls and party supporters were present at this meeting. NPP leader Kumar Disanayake said that 9 months are completed following the postponement of the local government polls on the 9th of June. All candidates of the NPP will come to the Election Commission on the 8th of June and fight to obtain the right to vote. The party will also conduct protest campaigns throughout the island. He added that the two major parties controlled 75 years from time to time and dragged the country into the most difficult condition in the history. Maniket, elephant-human conflict in Sri Lanka has become rampant, causing deaths and inflicted many damages for both elephants and people.
Now, what measures have been taken to prevent the ongoing crisis, and have these measures been successful in mitigating the ongoing crisis is a question many might have.
Now, let's take a look at the interview conducted over the elephant-human conflict in Sri Lanka.
දිනෙන් දින උග්‍රවන අලි මිනිස් ගැටුම මේ ගැන කතා කරන්න සුදුසුම කෙනාට අපි ආරාධනා කළා. ඒ ආචාර්ය සුමිත් පිටිය මහතා. වනජීවි සංරක්ෂණ දෙපාර්තමේන්තුවේ හිටපු අධ්‍යක්ෂ යොන්දාරවරයා. දැන් මේ අලි මිනිස් ගැටුමක් බවට පත් වෙලා. ඇයි මේක ගැටුමක් බවට පත් වෙන්නේ?
ගැටුමක් බවට පත් වෙන්න හේතු කීපයක් තියෙනවා. සාම්ප්‍රදායික හේතු තියෙනවා, අපි අලින්ගේ වාසස්ථාන ආක්‍රමණය කරලා තියෙනවා. හැබැයි තව හේතු තියෙනවා, අපි වැඩි සාකච්ඡා නොකරන එකක් මම ඔයාලට කියන්නම්. මම අලින්ගේ හැසිරීම අධ්‍යයනය කරන හැටියට අලින්ගේ සමාජය තුල මේ අලි තමන් අතර ගැටුම් අවම කරන්න උත්සාහ වෙන සත්ව විශේෂය. දැන් මේ සත්ව විශේෂයත් එක්ක ලෝකේ තියෙන විශාලම අලි මිනිස් ගැටුම ඇති කරගෙන තියෙනවා. මම හිතන්නේ අපි මිනිස්සුયો හැටියට මේකට ගොඩක් වග කියන්නත් ඕනේ. මොකද අලියා අපි කරන දෙයට ප්‍රතිචාරයක් තමයි දක්වන්නේ. හුඟක් වෙලාවට අලියෙක් ගමකට ආවොත් නැත්නම් කුඹුරයායකට ආවොත් අපි ගැටුමකින්නේ පන්නන්න හදන්නේ. කෝ අලි වෙඩි ගහනවා, වෙඩි තියනවා. අපි ඒ වගේ ඒවා කරනකොට අලියා තව දරුණු වෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි කරන දේවල් මත තමයි අලියත් දරුණු වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් අපි ඒවා පොඩ්ඩක් අඩු කරගන්න පුළුවන් වුණා නම් අරින්ගේ දරුණුතාවයත් පොඩ්ඩක් අඩු කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා.
දැන් අලි මිනිස් ගැටුමට තියෙන ප්‍රධාන විසඳුම විදුලි වැට කියලා තමයි බොහෝ දෙනෙක් හඳුන්වන්නේ. නමුත් මේ වර්තමාන විදුලි වැට මේක ප්‍රායෝගික විසඳුමක්ද?
දැනට ලෝකයේ අලි මිනිස් ගැටුම මඩපවත්වන්න තියෙන විකල්ප වලින් සාර්ථකම දේ විදුලි වැට. හැබැයි විදුලි වැට සාර්ථක වෙන්න මිනිස්සයාට තේරෙන තැනක නෙමෙයි විදුලි වැට ගහන්න ඕනේ. අලියාට තේරෙන තැනක. අලියා පරිපාලන මායිම් වලින් නෙමෙයි ඇවිදින්නේ. අලියා ඇවිදින්නේ පරිසර පද්ධති මායිම් අනුව. දැනට තියෙන විදුලි වැට වලින් 65% විතර තියෙන වනජීවී සහ වන සංරක්ෂණ ඉඩම් දෙක මැද. දෙපැත්තෙම අලියාගේ පරිසර පද්ධතිය. ඉතින් මේ විදුලි වැටවල් පරිසර පද්ධතිය මායිමට ගෙනාවොත් පරිසරයේ සංවර්ධනය ඇති වෙන තැනට මම හිතන්නේ මේ විදුලි වැට ඊට වැඩිය ගොඩක් සාර්ථක වෙනවා. නැත්තම් අපි රැක ගන්න ඕනේ ගම්මාන සහ කුඹුරු යායවල් කෘෂිකර්මය ඒවා වට ගන්න ඕනේ විදුලි වැටවල. එහෙම කරොත් විදුලි වැට සාර්ථක වෙනවා. මෙතෙක් අසාර්ථක වෙලා තියෙන්නේ අපි විදුලි වැට ඉදි කරලා තියෙන්නේ මිනිස්සුන්ට උවමනා තැන අලියට තේරෙන තැනක නෙමෙයි.
විදුලි වැටෙන් එහා ගියපු විසඳුම් යෝජනාවලියක් ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තියෙනවද මේ ගැටලුවට විසඳුමක් දෙන්න?
20යි 20 දී එවකට හිටපු ජනාධිපතිතුමා ජනාධිපති කමිටියක් පත් කරා මේකට විසඳුමක නැෂනල් ඇක්ෂන් ප්ලෑන් එක ජාතික ක්‍රියාකාරී සැලැස්මක් හදන්න. ඒකේ අලි විශේෂඥයන් කීප දෙනෙකුත් හිටියා අනිත් පාර්ශවකරුවන් සමග. ඒකේ අපි කියලා තියෙනවා දැනට තියෙන විකල්ප වලින් හොඳම දේ විදුලි වැට හරි තැන විදුලි වැට ඉදි කරලා හරි විදිහට නඩත්තු කරනවා. ඊට අමතරව සුළු පරිමාණයේ සාර්ථක විය හැකි පොඩි ක්‍රියාමාර්ග තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ ඒවා හරි විදිහට අධ්‍යයනය කරලා නෙමෙයි දැනට කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් අපි කියන්නේ ඒ වගේ ඒවා හරියට අධ්‍යයනය කරලා ක්‍රමානුකූලව ඒ වගේ සාර්ථකත්වයක් දකිනවා නම් ඒක එතකොට අප්ස්කේල් කරන්න කියන්නේ ව්‍යාප්ත කරන්න පුළුවන් වැඩි ප්‍රදේශයකට. දැනට තියෙන ඒ වගේ සාර්ථකම දේ විදුලි වැට.
කොළඹට නොදැනුණාට අපේ රටේ දිස්ත්‍රික්ක 14ක ජනතාව මේ ගැටලුවෙන් අදත් දුක් විඳිනවා. ඒ වගේම තමයි වනාලින් තත්ත්වයේ තිබෙන ඉරණමත් බොහොම කනගාටුදායකයි. ඒ නිසා මේ යෝජනාවලට පමණක් සීමා නොකර ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීම කාලින වශයෙන් වැදගත් අවශ්‍යතාවක්.
Many programs have been arranged in various places in Anuradhapura to mark Pusan festival. However, a carnival organized at the Harishchandra grounds has led to a chaotic situation. Parents of ordinary level students sitting for the exam in a nearby school have complained that this carnival may hinder the examination activities of their children. Anuradhapura Municipal Council has organized this carnival in line with the Pusan festival to be held from the 4th to the 11th of June. There are several schools located near the Harishchandra grounds. Students in 2 hostels of these schools are getting ready for the ordinary level examination these days. Therefore, Chief Incumbent of Atamasthane, Venerable Pallegama Hemaratana Thera, Anuradhapura District Secretary and the police expressed their objection to this carnival. Meanwhile, the Municipal Council says that in case of stopping this carnival, it has to bear a huge financial loss. Venerable Hemaratana Thera has proposed to shift the carnival to another place. However, the Municipal Commissioner has protested against this idea. He further said that the municipality has already obtained advance payments from the relevant factions. He stressed that conducting the carnival will not affect the students. President of this Lanka Teachers Association, Priyanta Fernando, also expressed their views over this matter. Parents of the ordinary level students also expressed their disappointment towards the carnival.
Now, Minister Manusha Nakara says that this year is dedicated to the welfare of Sri Lankan migrant workers. Accordingly, families of the migrant workers who obtained employment opportunities under the registration of the Foreign Employment Bureau will have more welfare facilities and benefits. Minister Manush Nanayakara said that the government has been able to increase the dollar reserve up to $500 million. Some elements asked the migrant workers not to send dollars to the country. However, the migrant workers have not listened to these requests. Therefore, this year will be set aside for the welfare of migrant workers.
And we have more news from home in brief. Restructuring of the ancient pagoda of the historic Nuvarakanda Rajamahawihara in Variapola started yesterday under the patronage of Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. This ancient pagoda is considered as a contemporary monument with the pagoda in Sanchi Vihar in India. Gampa District Development Lottery Dealers meeting was held in Katnayaka today. Chairman of the board Ajit Naragala and some officials were present at the ceremony. Kaluarachige Podi Apuhami, a resident in Hetti Mulla in Kegor, celebrated his 107th birthday recently. He was born on 23rd May 1917. He is a father of 4 and has 35 grandchildren. Former news presenter of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Ratna Pushpakumari, passed away. She was a television presenter in the SLRC since 1988. She was also an expert counselor in career guidance and psychology. She has also composed about 18 books in various subjects. She was 61 years at the time of her demise. Remains will be kept at the Sudashi Hall in Colombo from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow. Funeral will be held at 5 p.m. on Wednesday in Borala Cemetery. A baby elephant died yesterday while eating a prey with minor explosive trap. 7 baby elephants have died in Kurunegala district by such accidents.
Now, Vesak programs have been organized by the Sri Lankan Embassy in Rome recently. The programs were conducted under Sri Lankan traditions. Meditation programs, Dhamma sermons, almsgivings, Bhakti recitals were also held at these programs. The significant feature was that many programs were presented in the Italian language. The Sri Lankan Embassy, the Italian Buddhist Association and the Sri Lankan community in Italy had organized this event. Ambassador to Rome, Jagat Vallavatta, also participated in this program. And that's a wrap of local news. Stay tuned for foreign news after this short break. Welcome back, and on foreign news, US President Joe Biden and top congressional Republican Kevin McCarthy reached a tentative deal to suspend the federal government's debt ceiling.
Ending a months-long stalemate, the deal after weeks of bitter negotiations still needs to be approved by a divided Congress. The Treasury has warned the United States will run out of money by June 5th without a deal. In January 2023, the total national debt and the debt ceiling both stood at $31.4 trillion US dollars. The US government has run a deficit averaging nearly $1 trillion US dollars every year since 2001. The deal would suspend the debt limit through January of 2025 while capping spending in the 2024 and 2025 budgets. Negotiators have agreed to cap non-defense discretionary spending at 2023 levels for 1 year and increase it by 1% in 2025. A US default would upend the US economy and disrupt global markets with knock-on effects for many countries around the world for which the US is a key trading partner. Since the US dollar is the reserve currency of the world, a default would send panic across the world, eventually leading a price of many commodities rising.
China's first domestically produced passenger jet has taken off on its maiden commercial flight. The aircraft completed its first commercial flight from Shanghai to Beijing with more than 130 passengers on board, marking its official entry into the civil aviation market. It was built by the Commercial Aviation Corporation of China. The aircraft is scheduled to fly back to the coastal city. State-backed China Eastern Airline has ordered 5 planes. COMAC, which plans to produce 150 planes annually in 5 years' time, has indicated that the company has already secured more than 1,200 orders for the C919.
On sports news, rain has delayed the IPL final match today, and the match is to be started at 7:30 p.m. Sri Lankan time.
The Chennai Super Kings and the Gujarat Titans have qualified for the final match, which is to be played at the Narendra Modi Cricket Grounds in Ahmedabad. Over 132,000 spectators can watch the match at the stadium. The Chennai Super Kings, led by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, plays a final match for the 10th time this year. They have become the champions of the IPL 4 times and runners-up 5 times. The rivals Gujarat Titans has won the IPL championship last year.
Now, the Inter-Club T20 cricket tournament organised by Sri Lanka Cricket kicked off yesterday. 22
sports clubs take part in this tournament. The preliminary round matches will be held under 4 categories titled A, B, C and D. The semi-final matches will be played on the 9th of June, while the final match will be played at the Colombo SSC grounds on the 11th. Moratuwa St. Sebastian College won the Senior Boys Championship of the swimming competition organised by the Sri Jayawardhanapura University. The Triton Aquatic Sports Club won the Girls Championship. The Junior Boys Championship was won the Accelerate Sports Club. Blue West Sports Club became the Junior Girls Champions. The tournament was held at the Sri Jayawardhanapura University swimming pool. Sanjay Nirashan Jayavikrama won the gold medal of long jump event under the 45 to 50 age category in the Veterans Athletic Tournament held in South Korea.
Prima, cut to me, Fantamai.
And that's all the news we have for tonight. Join us tomorrow at the same time for the very latest on Channel Eye. I'm Delanjali, together with Niket, signing off. Good night.
Good night.